Sniper Elite Resistance is the latest installment in the acclaimed tactical shooter series by Rebellion Developments. Set during World War II, the game introduces players to a gripping new standalone story that runs parallel to Sniper Elite 5. This time, players assume the role of Harry Hawker, a skilled sniper working alongside the French resistance to disrupt Nazi operations in occupied France. The game emphasizes stealth, precision shooting, and strategic planning, with advanced gunplay physics and the series' signature X-ray kill cam, providing a visceral and immersive experience.
Gestapo's done a number on this place, but it wouldn't still be if Vertigo's long.
Dynasty Warriors Origins is the latest installment in the renowned hack-and-slash series developed by Omega Force and published by Koei Tecmo. Set during the early period of the Three Kingdoms era in ancient China, the game offers a fresh perspective by focusing on the initial chapters of the historical novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Players assume the role of a nameless hero, providing a more intimate and detailed narrative experience compared to previous entries. Killing Floor 3 is the forthcoming installment in the acclaimed first-person shooter series developed by Tripwire Interactive. Set in the year 2091, the game takes place 70 years after the events of Killing Floor 2. In this dystopian future, the megacorporation Horzine has created an army of bioengineered monstrosities known as Zeds. Players join the rebel group Nightfall, striving to thwart Horzine's plans and save humanity from the Zed threat. ARC Raiders is an upcoming multiplayer extraction adventure developed by Embark Studios. Set in a lethal future, Earth ravaged by a mechanized threat known as ARC, players assume the role of raiders, scavengers who venture into dangerous territories to gather vital supplies and resources. The game combines player versus environment (PvE) and player versus player elements, requiring strategic coordination and combat skills to survive encounters with both ARC machines and rival raiders. Players operate from the underground colony of Speranza, where they can customize their characters, upgrade equipment, and plan expeditions.
This is it.
Wuchang Fallen Feathers is a Souls-like action RPG developed by INZOI Games and published by 505 Games. Set during the chaotic final years of the Ming Dynasty, the game explores the hauntingly beautiful landscapes of Imperial China, blending historical elements with supernatural horror. Players assume the role of Wuchang, a skilled pirate warrior afflicted by amnesia and the mysterious feathering disease, which transforms humans into monstrous creatures. The narrative focuses on Wuchang's journey to uncover her past while combating both human adversaries and otherworldly foes. Subnautica 2 is the anticipated sequel to the acclaimed underwater survival game developed by Unknown Worlds Entertainment. Set on a new alien planet, the game expands upon its predecessors by introducing both single-player and cooperative multiplayer modes, allowing up to 4 players to explore and survive together, a first for the series. Players can expect to encounter new biomes, creatures, and an expanded crafting system, enhancing the immersive underwater experience. A notable addition is the ability to modify the protagonist's DNA to acquire new abilities, a feature that was originally cut from the first game. INZOI is an upcoming life simulation game developed by Krafton, known for titles like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Aiming to rival established franchises in the genre, INZOI offers players comprehensive control over their virtual lives, from personal relationships to career choices, all set within a hyper-realistic urban environment. The game emphasizes user-generated content, providing tools for players to create and share custom scenarios, characters, and environments. A significant feature is the Canvas tool, an integrated system designed for creators to share their custom content, fostering a community-driven experience. Chronos: The New Dawn is an upcoming third-person survival horror game developed by Bloober Team. Set in a dystopian future Eastern Europe, the game combines brutalist architecture with retro-futuristic technology. Players assume the role of a mysterious traveler, an agent of the Union, tasked with navigating dangerous missions across desolate wastelands. The narrative involves time anomalies that transport players to 1980s Poland, where they must uncover secrets and gather essences using a powerful artifact known as the Reaper. The first Berserker Khazan is an action RPG developed by Neopol and published by Nexon. Set in the universe of Dungeon and Fighter, the game delves into the story of Khazan, the ancestor of all slayers, who was falsely accused of treason and exiled from the Palos Empire. Players will guide Khazan on a quest to uncover the truth behind his downfall and seek vengeance against those who betrayed him. The game features hardcore hack-and-slash combat, allowing players to customize their growth through various equipment and perks to match their playstyle. A demo is scheduled to be available on January 16th, 2025, with progress transferable to the full game upon release. Borderlands 4 is the forthcoming installment in the popular first-person looter-shooter series developed by Gearbox Software. While specific plot details remain under wraps, the game is expected to continue the franchise's tradition of combining fast-paced combat with a vast array of unique weapons and a distinctive cel-shaded art style. Players can anticipate a new cast of Vault Hunters, each with unique abilities and skill trees, as they embark on a quest for powerful loot across diverse and expansive environments. The game is also expected to feature both single-player and cooperative multiplayer modes, allowing for a shared gaming experience. Assassin's Creed Shadows is the latest entry in Ubisoft's acclaimed action role-playing series. Set in 16th century Japan during the late Sengoku period, the game introduces two protagonists, Naoi, a female shinobi, and Yasuke, an African samurai inspired by the historical figure of the same name. Players can switch between these characters, each offering distinct gameplay styles. Naoi's agility and stealth contrast with Yasuke's strength and combat prowess. The game emphasizes exploration of feudal Japan, featuring historically accurate castles, villages, and landscapes. Players will engage in missions that blend stealth, parkour, and combat, with a narrative that delves into themes of identity, honor, and cultural integration.
I've shed all the blood I need. Time to go.
Hell Is Us is an upcoming third-person action-adventure game developed by Rogue Factor and published by Nacon. Set in a semi-open world, the game combines intense melee combat with exploration, challenging players to confront mysterious creatures and uncover answers to profound questions. The narrative centers on a country ravaged by civil war and isolated from the rest of the world, where supernatural entities have emerged, defying human comprehension. Players must navigate this treacherous environment, relying on their instincts and limited guidance, as the game emphasizes discovery and personal interpretation without extensive tutorials or map indicators. The protagonist's journey is deeply personal, exploring themes of human emotions and the consequences of unresolved past conflicts. Avowed is an upcoming first-person fantasy action RPG developed by Obsidian Entertainment, set in the expansive world of Eora, known from the Pillars of Eternity series. Players are transported to the Living Lands, a mysterious island filled with adventure and danger. As an envoy of Aether, players are tasked with investigating a plague that threatens the island, making choices that shape the narrative and the world around them. The game offers a rich combat system, allowing players to wield magic, melee weapons, and firearms with the flexibility to switch between first-person and third-person perspectives. Companions play a significant role, each with unique quests and personalities influenced by player decisions.
You want us to trust you. But the truth is, you scare us. The way you fight.
Sid Meier's Civilization 7 is the latest installment in the renowned 4X turn-based strategy series developed by Firaxis Games. Players guide a civilization from its inception through various historical eras, making strategic decisions in areas such as exploration, culture, and diplomacy to build a dominant empire. This iteration introduces the ability to select leaders and civilizations independently, allowing for unique combinations and strategies. The historical era system has been streamlined into 3 distinct periods: antiquity, exploration, and modern. Additionally, interactions with independent factions can lead to the emergence of new city-states, adding depth to the gameplay. South of Midnight is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Compulsion Games. Set in a reimagined American South, the game weaves a modern folktale where players explore the mythos and confront mysterious creatures of the Deep South. The narrative focuses on Hazel, the protagonist, as she learns to harness an ancient power to overcome obstacles and address the haunting issues of her hometown. The game emphasizes exploration, storytelling, and unique character interactions within a richly atmospheric setting.
You out of that Instead, you helped me find my
I
mama.
ain't at the disposition to be gator snacks.
Well, me neither.
If we're gonna go on, we gotta get rid of him.
I'm all ears.
Mafia: The Old Country is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Hangar 13 and published by 2K. Serving as a prequel to the original Mafia game, it is the fourth entry in the Mafia series. Set in the early 1900s in Sicily, the game explores the origins of organized crime, focusing on the protagonist Enzo Favara's journey from a childhood of indentured labor in Sicily's sulfur mines to joining the Torrisi crime family. Developed using Unreal Engine 5, the game promises enhanced visual fidelity and immersive environments. Notably, it includes full audio dubbing in multiple languages, including Sicilian, to enhance authenticity.
To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family. My flesh must burn like this saint. If I do not keep my oath.
Split Fiction is the latest co-op action-adventure game from Hazelight Studios, the creators of It Takes Two and A Way Out. The game follows two rival authors, Meier and Zoe, who become trapped in a simulation of their own stories created by a villain attempting to steal their work. Players must navigate through a variety of sci-fi and fantasy worlds, mastering diverse abilities and overcoming unexpected challenges together. The gameplay features split-screen co-op, supporting both local and online multiplayer, with cross-play functionality across platforms. The Friends Pass system allows players to invite a friend to join the adventure for free, even if they don't own the game.
We at Hazelight love variation, and you'll have a unique mechanic for every level. Let me give you some examples. In this level, you start out by finding dragon eggs that hatch.
Hey, stop licking.
And then, they become a little bit bigger dragons with new abilities. But in the end, they grow up to be full-ass dragons.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is an innovative turn-based RPG developed by Sandfall Interactive and published by Kepler Interactive. Set in a fantasy world inspired by Belle Epoque France, the game introduces unique real-time mechanics that enhance traditional turn-based combat, making battles more immersive and engaging. Players lead Expedition 33 on a mission to confront the enigmatic paintress, who annually marks an age on her monolith, sealing the fate of those who reach it. The game emphasizes strategic planning and reactive combat, requiring players to master defensive, reaction-based mechanics to protect their party from incoming attacks.
Resident cynic is now.
Wouldn't expect a Cartesian engineer to understand beauty.
Dying Light. The Beast is a standalone, open-world action survival game developed by Techland. Set in the post-apocalyptic Castor Woods, a once popular tourist destination, players assume the role of Kyle Crane, who, after enduring 13 years of experiments, escapes to hunt down his captors and seek retribution. The game introduces new abilities for Crane, resulting from unethical experiments that infused him with zombie DNA, allowing players to utilize these powers in combat and exploration. The dynamic day-night cycle returns, with increased dangers after sundown, and the game supports up to 4-player cooperative play, enhancing the multiplayer experience.
Do you see who's the real beast here?
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is the forthcoming sequel to the acclaimed medieval action role-playing game developed by Warhorse Studios. Set in 15th century Bohemia, the game continues the journey of Henry, a blacksmith's son, as he navigates the complexities of a kingdom embroiled in civil war. Players can expect an expansive open world, historically accurate settings, and a narrative that responds to player choices, offering multiple paths and outcomes. The sequel introduces new gameplay mechanics, including the use of crossbows and early firearms, enhancing the combat experience. Little Nightmares 3 is the next installment in the atmospheric puzzle platformer series, now developed by Supermassive Games. The game introduces two new protagonists, Lo and Alone, who must navigate a world filled with grotesque creatures and environmental hazards. For the first time in the series, the game supports online co-op multiplayer, allowing two players to collaborate in overcoming challenges. Each character possesses unique items that are essential for solving puzzles and progressing through the game. The narrative continues the franchise's tradition of wordless storytelling, immersing players in a dark, whimsical universe where they must rely on their wits and each other to survive.
That will have a variety of usages, like for example, activating mechanisms. Lo's iconic item is a bow. It can be used to solve puzzles and make new paths when the road seems blocked.
Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater is a faithful remake of the 2004 classic Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, developed by Konami. The game retains the original's narrative, following the protagonist, Naked Snake, as he embarks on a mission during the Cold War era to rescue a Russian weapons designer and thwart a nuclear threat. Players can expect enhanced graphics, immersive stealth action gameplay, and updated sound design, all powered by Unreal Engine 5. The remake aims to deliver the riveting story and survival-based mechanics that made the original a standout title in the series, while introducing modernized visuals and controls to appeal to both new players and longtime fans. Phantom Blade Zero is an action RPG developed by S-Game, blending Chinese martial arts with a dark, punk-inspired aesthetic. Set in a semi-open world, the game offers fast-paced combat and a rich narrative following the protagonist, Soul, who is framed for the murder of a patriarch from The Order. Players will navigate a complex world filled with enemies and challenges, utilizing a variety of combat techniques inspired by Wuxia martial arts. The game emphasizes a deep and dark art style, aiming to provide an immersive experience that combines traditional Chinese culture with steampunk elements.
One last toast, and we're all done.
Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is the sequel to Hideo Kojima's groundbreaking action game, Death Stranding. The game continues the story of Sam Porter Bridges, portrayed by Norman Reedus, as he navigates a post-apocalyptic world filled with supernatural phenomena. Players can expect an expanded narrative, new characters, and enhanced gameplay mechanics that build upon the original's unique blend of exploration and social connectivity. The sequel introduces new biomes, dynamic environmental effects, and a photo mode allowing players to capture and share their in-game experiences. The game's development has been marked by Kojima's signature storytelling, blending surreal elements with deep emotional themes.
Really, Sam? Your buttocks? What about shotgun? I prefer the driver's seat.
Sam, do you read me? You'll first need to access the Mexico side plate gate terminal. After we've confirmed network coverage, we can take the DHV Magellan and regroup at your position.
The problem is, not everybody wants to be part of the UCA.
Doom: The Dark Ages is an upcoming first-person shooter developed by ID Software, serving as a prequel to the critically acclaimed Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. Set in a dark fantasy medieval world, players assume the role of the Doomslayer, battling demonic forces in a narrative that explores the origins of his unending rage against hell. The game introduces a slower-paced combat system compared to its predecessors, focusing on ground-based engagements reminiscent of the original Doom titles. Players can anticipate a richly detailed environment blending gothic architecture with dark fantasy elements, and a storyline that delves deeper into the lore of the Doom universe. Monster Hunter Wilds is the latest installment in Capcom's acclaimed action RPG series, introducing players to a vast, seamless open world teeming with diverse ecosystems and formidable monsters. Set in the uncharted oil well basin, the game emphasizes a realistic environment where players can observe life forms interacting dynamically with predators pursuing prey and ecosystems evolving persistently. The introduction of mounts, known as secrets, enhances exploration, allowing players to traverse the expansive landscapes more efficiently. The game supports both single-player and online multiplayer modes, accommodating up to 4 players in cooperative hunts. Ghost of Yōtei is the forthcoming action-adventure game from Sucker Punch Productions, serving as a spiritual successor to Ghost of Tsushima. Set in 1603, the game introduces a new protagonist, Atsu, a female samurai who embarks on a journey around Mount Yōtei, accompanied by a mysterious wolf companion. The narrative explores themes of honor, tradition, and personal growth within the rich tapestry of feudal Japan. Designed exclusively for the PlayStation 5, Ghost of Yōtei leverages the console's capabilities to deliver enhanced visual fidelity, expansive environments, and refined gameplay mechanics. The Fable series is set to make a grand return with a reboot developed by Playground Games, renowned for their work on the Forza Horizon series. This new installment aims to revitalize the beloved action RPG franchise, immersing players in a whimsical and expansive fantasy world filled with magic, mythical creatures, and rich storytelling. While specific plot details remain under wraps, the game is expected to retain the series' signature humor and emphasis on player choices that influence the world and narrative. The reboot is being developed using the Forza Tech engine, promising stunning visuals and a dynamic open world for players to explore.
But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is the highly anticipated next entry in Rockstar Games' iconic open-world action-adventure series. Set in the fictional state of Leonida, inspired by Florida, the game returns to Vice City, a reimagined version of Miami. The narrative is expected to follow a criminal duo, Lucia and her partner, as they navigate the underworld of this vibrant and dynamic city. Players can anticipate a richly detailed open world, immersive storytelling, and the freedom to engage in a wide array of activities, from heists to exploration. The game is expected to feature enhanced graphics, improved mechanics, and a more expansive world compared to its predecessors. Lost Soul Aside is an action-adventure RPG developed by Yōtei Zero Games, blending fast-paced combat with a rich narrative. Players embark on an epic odyssey to save their sister and humanity from dimensional invaders, utilizing lightning-fast combos, learning new abilities, and upgrading weapons to confront formidable enemies and colossal bosses. The game draws inspiration from titles like Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy XV, offering a stylish and dynamic combat experience set in a fantasy world.
它就我是个人更喜欢的一个服务器，它会非常的流畅。对，但是它相对来说可能会更针对单体的一些感觉。包括我们还有一些这个完美的闪避，然后让玩家在怪攻击瞬间闪避可以进行有一些